afternoon everybody, and welcome to After School Family Fun, another one of our online editions. And today we've got a Christmas special for you. We're going to be learning today how to make gingerbread. Now gingerbread is one of my favourite Christmas treats. So stay tuned and Nathan is going to talk us through how we go about making our very own gingerbread men.
Welcome to our Christmas edition of After School Family Fun. Today we'll be learning how to make gingerbread. For this recipe you will need 75 grams of butter or margarine, 3 tablespoons of golden syrup, 60 grams of light soft brown sugar, 175 grams of plain flour, quarter tablespoon of bicarbonate soda, and 2 teaspoons of ground ginger, as well as icing pens and some decorations for afterwards when you want to decorate your gingerbread men. The equipment you'll need for this is cling film, non-stick baking paper, a rolling pin, weighing scales, a sieve, a large bowl, a small saucepan and a baking tray, as well as 2 teaspoons, a tablespoon and some gingerbread cutters. Preheat your oven to 170 degrees Celsius. First thing you need to do is wash your hands. So first get your dry ingredients ready. Here's our flour, and then two teaspoons of ground ginger. And finally, quarter teaspoon of bicarbonate soda. For this next step, you might need a grown-up to come and help you. We're going to put the butter, the sugar, and 3.5 tablespoons of golden syrup into a saucepan. Might need to give this one an extra squeeze. Slowly melt all the ingredients together. Keep mixing until everything is melted down. Make sure your dry ingredients are well mixed together, and now you'll make a nice little well in the middle to pour our melted ingredients into the middle of. And now we can give it a good mix. Once everything is mixed in, scrape off the excess dough off your big spoon. And then we can shape everything into a nice ball. Now we're going to wrap our ball in a cling film and then make it nice and tight to put in the fridge. After the dough's cooled in the fridge for half an hour, it's ready to roll out. Have some extra flour so that your dough doesn't stick to the surface. And then just spread it around like that. And now to start off the first roll, we're going to give the dough a good press down. And then we can sprinkle some flour on top to stop the rolling pin from sticking to the dough. Once your dough is all rolled out, you're ready to start cutting your different gingerbread men. I'm going to use a big one to start off with. Make sure it's all pressed down. If you want, you can use a spatula to help you pick it up. And then it's ready to place on your baking tray. Repeat the process. Try and use up all the dough spaces you can. Once you have filled your baking tray, your gingerbread is ready to go in the oven. Now they're ready to put in the middle shelf of the oven for 10 to 12 minutes. Now we wait. For this step, you might also need an adult to help you. So what we're going to do is just take the gingerbread out of the oven when they're cooked. Once your gingerbread have cooled, they're ready to decorate.
Thank you for that, Nathan. That gingerbread looked absolutely amazing. Now, these little gingerbreads are my favourite Christmas treat. They're not just my favourite because they taste amazing, which I can confirm they do. Make sure you follow along with the recipe if you haven't already. But they remind me of something. None of the gingerbreads that Nathan made looked the same. The gingerbread men and women were all different. They were different shapes, they had different colour eyes, they had different colour button, they were wearing different outfits. And that got me thinking about this Bible verse. In Psalm 139, verse 14, we read, "I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made." I want to tell you today that just like all the care and all the detail that has gone into making these gingerbread and making them unique, that same and more care has gone in by God to make you so wonderfully unique. So during this Christmas season, when you are munching on your gingerbread that you might have made today or in the coming weeks, I want you to remember that God made you, and he made you to be exactly who you are. He doesn't make copies, but God makes one-offs, and you are a one-off creation, loved and cherished and made by God. So this Christmas time, just remember that just like these look different, so do we. But that's okay, because we have been fearfully and wonderfully made by God.
Thank you everybody for following along, and I hope you had a good time making some gingerbread. Be sure to send us your creations and have a wonderful Christmas.
Wow, thank you so much, Nathan, for that recipe. So I want you guys to post some pictures to send us some of your wonderful gingerbread creations. And remember that just like your gingerbread is wonderfully made, so are you wonderfully made by God. If you haven't already, please see our Bryn Sion Facebook page to see the other things that we've got coming up in the community. We've got community packs that are being given out. We've got our online Christmas service that is going to be going out on Sunday the 20th and on Christmas Eve. So please make sure that you tune into that. There's some really special bits in that service, and it's one not to be missed. So all of us from After School Family Fun at Bryn Sion wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. God bless.